I was talking to two Inner Circle members. You may have actually met them this weekend at the mastermind that you just attended. It was with Leo and Margarita. Have you ever met those two?
No, I haven't.
Leo and Margarita, they run an e-com store that does over $50 million. It's a serious business.
Yeah.
They had an info business that, without airing out all their business since I said their name, way less.
Yeah.
And they were in the middle of considering an offer change. They were like, oh, I'm thinking about doing something else other than what I'm doing now. And they had gotten clarity while they were here on what that offer should be. And I totally agreed with what they were saying. I said, dude, that offer is awesome.
Yeah.
And not only do I know that offer is awesome, I know that it's an extremely low competition niche that they're about to enter into with their new offer that they have. And I told them, I was like, when are you guys going to launch this? And they said, oh, we're going to into this next month. We're going to, kill our current thing at the end of the month. They've officially started that announcement cycle. They're trying to get like last call buyers. And starting August 1st, they'll promote their new thing. And I asked them a simple question. I said, how much are you going to bet on that webinar strategy that you guys are going to run for the promotion of your new thing? The number that they said genuinely shocked me from how rich they are. It's a very small number. I couldn't believe it. I told them on the spot. I said, this is shocking to see how little you guys believe in yourselves. Like, you guys are hyper successful individuals. You guys are serious people, and you're betting so little on yourself because you're framing it as a test. This is not a test. Like, this has been validated. This offer has been validated by the only other person I'm aware that competes with them on that offer when they go to launch it. I was like, your test has already been done. Like, you know that this shit's gonna work. It's not a question of if, it's a question of how much market share do you want to immediately capture on the launch. And I told him on the spot, I was like, dude, I'll 50-50 you guys if you operate with this level of confidence. I was like, I'll spend $300K in a month on paid ads for you. I was like, I'll run the whole fucking shebang. I was like, I'll take 50% if you guys don't believe in yourself enough. I was like, that's how confident I am in this and how confident I am in you. I was like, you guys don't have the confidence in yourself to like bet that amount of money on yourself and take 100% of the revenue instead of giving up 50. And they were like, no, it makes a lot of sense. And they were more than willing to bet after that a larger number. And I told him a very key thing and why. This is the key thing I told him. I said, why you need to spend a lot more than what you just mentioned to me you're going to spend is because you're going to take it way more seriously if you actually go all in on it instead of kind of half-assing it, okay? And I got to tell you, observing you over this last month with this whole like situation you're in right now, you seem very like in between decisions, which you've presented in this whole first half of what we've sat here and done together. And I don't know if you're going to take this as serious as I think you should. Like, what you're going to launch here is something that you've already proven organically. Yeah. Okay. Through content distribution, you've proven that there is a market of people that are more than willing to buy this specific problem solution scenario and have you be the guy that helps them with it. Paid advertising is the ability to just condense everything that happens organically into a much shorter period of time from a paid advertising view. We're just trying to get people in, convert them as fast as possible so we can cycle up on our scale and make a lot more money a lot sooner than we ever would organically and control it and influence it a lot more. Things on paid are a lot quicker. Yeah. But let me be clear. This is also something I told Leo and Margarita. I said, what you launch with is the initial foundation you grow from there. And it is a highly discounted point that most people never actually understand. If I launch something organically, I'm technically launching it at zero. It's like it starts at zero. When I launch something from paid, if I do a small test budget, like let's say I launch a webinar like 10K, that's the level I brought it into to start its existence. It's like a 10K webinar might make you, what do you think? If you do like a 3-to-1, like 30K, if you do like a 5-to-1, like 50K, it's like, dude, don't get me wrong. Like at your current level of revenue, if you got an extra 50K, I mean, it's technically a large jump, but like, are you really going to feel the impact of that in a serious way? No, what are you planning on launching with when you launch this webinar? What's the first month's budget? Something that's going to make you slightly nervous to the point where you take it the most serious that you could take it. Like to where the odds, you would never get fucked if you spent this amount of money from how serious it'd make you take it.
I think 70.
So if you spent 70 over the course of a month and it went well, let's use the example it did 3-to-1. You do $210,000 off the $70,000 in spend. Yeah. That has meaningful impact for you where you're at right now and then make you take it as serious as you could. Yeah. You're certain of that? Yeah. Okay, now this is important to understand. When you commit to the idea of spending $70,000 over the course of a month, that diffuses it down to a much smaller number per webinar. Is it enough per webinar to take it seriously still? Because remember, you don't judge your actions over the course of a month. Otherwise, you'd never take a $70K a month hit. You would have never stopped focusing on sales. That $70K a month, you didn't feel it all at once. You felt it over the course of 30 days. So it didn't impact you as much as it appears when you look at the contraction in hindsight. So when we do something as an example, like say, okay, I'm going to spend $70K over the course of a month, you don't actually feel that in real time. you also aren't literally risking that all at once.
Yeah.
So it might sound like the right answer because 70K at once, severity by 4. And if one goes wrong, you could just as easily abandon it and bail it. If one goes right, you're not really getting that much upside on it.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, the question is, what do you actually need to do here to take this the utmost seriously?